All right, just wanted to shoot a quick video for you guys. Trying to diagnose a no start situation. I basically pulled my camper, and when I got back home, I parked the truck, and 2 days later I came out and just no start. Ran fine the whole way, no start. I did not hear the electric fuel pump, which is right under the frame right there. Didn't hear that kicking on. Crank fine, crank strong, the batteries are good. So I'm just trying to track down why there's no power going to the fuel pump. And I have a Chilton's manual, and I have the factory owner's manual from '99. So underneath the hood here, there's the power distribution box. So what I was testing was this 20 amp fuse back here, number 19, fuse number 19, which is the PCM and fuel pump power fuse. And then the only other relay that I could find having to do with the fuel was this one. So I replaced this. I'm gonna put the factory one back. I replaced that, and nothing. This is the injector driver module. So I thought maybe for whatever reason, I don't know, injectors weren't working or something, not pulling fuel up through the fuel lines. I took some jumper cables, ran from this battery down underneath, and then clip some wire, and then basically jump the positive and negative on the pump, and you could hear it cycle. And then I had someone start up the vehicle with that, while I was adjusting or jumping the fuel pump motor, and she fired right up, no problem. At first I thought it was a cam position sensor. They say that can just die, and you just get a no start with no tachometer. So I had no tach, I had no way to start light, and those were the first things that kind of threw me off. And then also my OBD port would power up my reader, but it would not connect. So I'm not sure what that's all about. I've been fussing around with it, and ever since I jumped the motor to get it hooked up, my OBD port works. It's still not throwing any codes or anything, and the wait to start light came back on. So I don't know what that situation is, but under the fuse box here, these were the only two that I could find. Was that one, number 19, and then I think this is number 32. Yeah, that one's 29, 30, 31, 32. So 32 is the only other one under here that I could find that has to do with anything fuel related. And excuse the truck, I've been kind of messing with this for a little while now, and just kind of annoyed. So I just kind of threw everything in here and called it a night and drank some beer last night. So under fuse box, there's nothing here in the 99 to 01. So apparently in the 2002 and up, you'll get the fuel pump relay in there. So doing some digging, I've read that it is behind the radio, along with the trailer lights relay and the electronic flasher relay. So I'm gonna pull that stereo. I'm gonna pull this. You basically, if you've never pulled this, it's just on some clips. If you got a factory stereo, you'll remove the stereo first, and there's two screws under here that you gotta pull in order to pull the dash out. With the aftermarket one, you can't put the screws back. So I don't have the screws anymore. And so let me just cut to this. Let me pull this out and then we'll fire the video back up and see what's behind here. I haven't looked behind here yet, so I'm hoping that we'll find the relays. So I'll be back. All right, pulled the kind of that top dash cowling out. It is just metal clips, just kind of clips in. So if you've never pulled it and you got the stock radio, remove the stock radio, and then there would be where those two screws go. I think they're just little 8mm that look like that. And so you pull those two, pull the radio, pull those two, and then you can just kind of, all these little spots are where the clips are, so you just kind of work it around. And what I did is, to help give me some more room, and you put the brake on, put the key on, put this down into first, and that way you can kind of maneuver the dash out. But when you pull it away from this main dash, you just gotta get a couple of connectors. The headlight switch, dimmer switch, four-wheel drive switch. This one was kind of this is the most annoying one. You gotta get a little screwdriver on the side and kind of twist while you pry that out. And then here's just some radio wiring, aftermarket wiring, but then there's the airbag plug and then the power distribution. This one also, you'll see when you're taking it apart, but there's the clip. So there's a little place where you can push down and then pull out. So you take those 4 clips out, the whole thing will come out. And if you have an aftermarket deck like that, it's a little harder to pull out. So as you can see, I was able to finesse it out and unplug everything and then get that out. Still installed. Let's see, there are clips right here, 3 on each side, and that's what holds it in, and that's what makes it kind of hard to get out. So now that it's out of the truck, I'll probably pry from the back and then pull that out through the front, and then I'll just put the dash back and then reinstall it. That'll probably be the easiest. So I don't know where my frickin' light is. But right, I'll get a better clip here in a minute, but right down there, yeah, right in there, you see it? It's got the green and yellow wire. Yeah, shitty kid. Come on, focus here. Let me get this. Where is it? Let me get that out of the way. Come on, focus for me. All right. Here's the cover. There they are. The blue one, I believe, is the flashers. And you can get in here. This is coming through the radio hole here. The black one that you can see, I believe, is the fuel pump relay, and then there's one underneath it that is, I believe, it's the trailer brake. So I'm going to pull that out. You know, I was going to pull this bottom cowling out. It just seems kind of like a pain. I pulled all the screws, and they're all 7mm, by the way. But I pulled them all the screws, and I don't know, it's just not wanting to cooperate. It's probably not been out in a long time, so I just went through this hole right here with my hand and squeezed the little tabs. This cover popped off fairly easy. Now I think if I go through the hole where the radio was. I think I can just get down there and pull that fuse or the relay, and then we will test it. So that's what I've been looking for. This is come on, focus. Is that green with the yellow tracer, and then the blue with the pink tracer. I've been looking for those. All right, and those are power to the inertia pump. I think the green with the white, or the green with the yellow, is power to the inertia pump, and which in turn goes down to the fuel pump. All right. Alright, so this is what I did. I basically popped this guy out, stuck my hand in from through the radio port, and then I through this other hole right here, I just came down with a screwdriver and then kind of pulled and shimmied and popped it out. So relays can sometimes be a little stubborn, and here it is. And I don't even know if I'm going to test it. You know, let's see, let's focus here. Will it focus? Yeah, you see how it's kind of green, corroded on, I think that's pin number 2, the bottom one here on the right side. You see how that's got some corrosion on it? Guessing this thing is bad. So I'm gonna run to the parts store and I'll get back with you, and hopefully I can get the old P-Smoke fired back up. There's the part number for the relay. And there it is, back down there next to the blue one, the Freshie. So, fuel pump relay. Gotta put all this stuff back together.